Hey, it's Lauren with Let Me Organize It, and I'm now going to show you how I scan using my favorite tool, the Fujitsu Scansnap IX500. It's this beautiful machine right here. And when I started my organizing business, it was one of the first things I purchased. I had used a colleague's when she was training me, and it's just so fantastic. But the good news is technology has come a long way even in 4 years. So you don't really need a scanner that's this robust unless you are looking to go ahead and take a big archive and make it paperless and digital, and also have the OCR function where you can scan the document for any specific keyword. So nowadays they've got apps like Scannable or Genius Scan. I recommend Scannable for just typical people. Genius Scan is a little more robust, I think, for entrepreneurs or people in business for themselves, and comes with a package. Do get the paid app for Genius Scan. Scannable is free, I believe. So what I do is I tend to scan my documents, because what's so great about this Fujitsu Scansnap is I can scan to Evernote, I can scan to Excel, I can scan to Word, I can scan to email, I can scan as a PDF, I could even scan photos. Now, this is not made to scan mass batches of photos, but can scan some photos here and there. You do need to make sure that your scanning bed is clean of debris and dust, so I'd give it a good wipe down before you go ahead and put the pictures through. So I want to take some time to show you how I go through my process of scanning. My desktop, hopefully you can see, is very minimal. It's got a picture of my dog. It has my hard drive. It has my active file folder, which mirrors or mimics what I've got going on over here, but just in a digital format. So anything that I'm currently working on, I'm the director of marketing for the NAPO San Francisco chapter, so I'm in charge of a lot of the social media posts, so I'll have photos that I reuse for various posts over and over again stored in my active, or any kind of projects that I'm working on digitally. And then I've got my documents, which include both my personal and my business documents for Let Me Organize It, as well as my wine business. And then I have a folder for my photos, so that's where I keep them. So I have the Scansnap Manager open, so it's ready for scanning. And I'll just start off with my jury duty paperwork. So similar to a fax machine, you put the items in backwards or upside down. It'll show you on the little icon on the machine. And then what I do is I hit the button here, and what it will do is it will go into my computer. It'll start scanning. What's amazing about this device is that it can scan 50 pages front and back in color with OCR in 30 seconds or less. So this last page, it didn't scan through because it's longer. It was noticing that it couldn't feed. So on the screen it's popped up saying, oh, a paper jam occurred. Do you want to quit or do you want to continue scanning? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just continue scanning. And so it'll now pull that through and I will be done. Now, as jury documents go, this is probably something I'm gonna need. It's got my valid parking permit, it's got my badge number and PIN number. So I will now put this in my to file folder, and I will go ahead and file that when I'm done with all the scanning. Scansnap will take a few extra minutes if you've got the OCR function on, and then it will pop up and you can name your document, and then you can decide, do you want to save it to Evernote? Do you want to save it to your mobile? Do you want to save it to Dropbox? Do you want to save photos to iPhoto? Do you want to scan to Evernote? Or there's a lot of different options here with the software, which is really great. So that's how you do it. You then rename it. I have a specific naming structure that I use for my files. And then I place a copy of this in my documents area under the appropriate paperless folder. And then I also place a copy in my active file in my to digitally file. So it's a mirror, and that way I don't have to remember which documents I scanned. I can just save that there, and then when I go to do my backup, I just save all the documents into my hard drive that mirrors my hard drive. So if you have any questions about that, do let me know, and I'll show you a couple more examples, but we'll go ahead and put it on a bit of a fast forward so you don't have to sit through it. Okay, so I've come across a piece of paperwork from the car dealership where I had my car serviced, and it comes with this paper receipt. Now, of course, I can't put any staples through the scanner, and I want to be able to capture this receipt. So there are a couple things you can do. You can just put it through and have it go through with the paperwork. Sometimes that can cause a jam, but the Fujitsu Scansnap is pretty good and it doesn't jam too often. The other thing you can do is just tape it to a blank piece of paper. To me, that's wasting another piece of paper. So what I'm going to try to do is just tape it to the back of one of these pages, and then I'm going to send it through the scanner and scan it as one document. Okay, so now I've showed you how to scan just regular paperwork, and now I'm going to show you how to scan photos. So my friend sent me some photos from her wedding in Hawaii, which I was able to attend, and it does have some information on the back. And so when I scan it through the scanner, it will pick up both and it will save as separate images. I don't really need the information on the back. I could always contact her for that if I really needed it. I just want to preserve the memories of the printed pictures, and it was so nice of her to send me those. So first things first, clean the scanner bed. So you just lift the lever here. You'll clean in there, which I've already done before the video started. And then you go to your Scansnap manager on your desktop computer and you select, instead of PDF, you select JPEG. Now I could scan directly to iPhotos here or to Photos. I don't really want to do that. I'm going to scan directly to my desktop. So I've already selected it as a JPEG. I'm going to hit apply. I'm going to put them in the scanner and I'm going to make the little scanning bed a little bit smaller so that it fits those perfectly. I also do this for my receipts. And then I just hit scan and it will feed those through and it will pull up now 6 different JPEGs because there's something written on the back of each of the photos. So what I will do is I will go through and name them based on what I see, and then I will probably delete the information on the back of the photos or maybe just keep one. So it's really as easy as that. So long as your scanning bed is clean and has no dust or debris, your photos should come out. But again, I would only recommend doing it for a couple of photos at a time, not a big bulk. If you're looking to get a lot of your photos scanned, I would look into a big photo scanning service. There is an organization called APPO, A-P-P-O, and these are professional organizers and other professionals who specifically organize photos, so they'll have a lot of resources for you. A business that I use that's local to the San Francisco Bay Area is Scan Cafe, not to be confused with the Scansnap scanner, but Scan Cafe. I've used it, a number of clients have used it, and we send anything from color photographs, black and white photographs, negatives, slides, 8mm, 16mm, anything, and they will transfer it over. I've had really great experiences with them, so if you have any questions on that, I'm happy to answer those, but that's probably the best way to deal with bulk photo digitizing. So that's how you go ahead and scan a photo using Scansnap, and if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, until next time.